After an incredible start to the season, winning 3 of our 5 matches, I've got Nottingham Forest into 4th place in the Premier League. But now we need to switch focus to the Europa League, which I am aiming to win this season. First game of the league phase campaign, and Mohamed Ali Cho, our summer signing, is playing against his former team Nice, who are going quite defensive by looks of things. The City ground is getting ready for some Europa League football. It's been a long time since Forest have been in Europe. Hopefully we can do them justice. This is going to be one of the more difficult games that we've got during the league phase. We are 22 minutes in. We've not had a highlight yet, but we are dominating proceedings by looks of things with 5 shots and 2 on target. And maybe now we're going to put one in the back of the net. Zinchenko down this near side, cuts in, finds Dominguez behind him, and Murillo working nicely as a triangle. But can we get the ball into a more attacking, dangerous area? Zinchenko takes on his man, finds Dominguez, uses him, gets him back. Ball into Callum Hudson-Odoi, who's got to finish this off, and he does. You love to see it. 1-0. But straight away, are Nice going to come back at us? Maybe not. Undoy with the challenge, and now we've put the ball over the top. Mohamed Ali Cho is through. The former Nice man can't score. Judging by the number of shots we've had in this game, we really should be in front, but Nice, looking for their first shot of the game, almost put it in the back of the net. We have a well-deserved lead at the break, 60% possession, a 1 XG, 9 shots to 2. Like, we should be in front, but arguably by more than we are. I think maybe part of the problem that we're not scoring more goals is the fact that Mohamed Ali Cho's on a 6.4 rating and Morgan Gibbs-White's on a 6.6. They should come off. I'm going to bring McAtee on through the middle, and I think Igor Jesus on up top. Klaus, ball over the top, and that's looking dangerous because Nice are now in. There's a man in the middle, and thankfully they don't use him because that would have been a tap-in from 6 yards out. Elliot Anderson has got 4 red shirts in front of him but doesn't use any of them, and Nice are really starting to come back into this game right now and passing around our defenders nicely. That's a great ball through. Look at those match stats. We should not be 1-1 right now. We just need one hero, and with 2 minutes of normal time remaining, who's going to be that hero for us? Zinchenko's worked tirelessly on that far side of the pitch today, but he finds Brian Yates, who gets the ball forward to Elliot Anderson. Anderson now switches the play over to Hutchinson on this near side. Bodies in the middle. He's got to find one of them. He finds McAtee, who scores the goal we need to give us the lead. Come on! We take the first win in the Europa League, 3 points against a very difficult opponent in Nice, and we thoroughly deserve that. However, things quickly took a turn for the worse. We lost 1-0 at home against Sunderland in a match where we never really turned up. Then we travelled to Braga, and despite taking the lead in the 15th minute as Morgan Gibbs-White got on the end of a Zinchenko cross, we couldn't keep the Portuguese at bay, who scored in the second half to draw the match 1-1. But the worst was still to come. Next up, we had a trip to St James's Park, where we got battered. Newcastle didn't just score 1 or 2, they scored 5 goals past us in a 5-0 hammering that left me questioning everything about my tactics. So we're making some tweaks. I'm dropping our centre midfielders in possession to play as defensive midfielders, and that way we should be less prone to getting overloaded in transition, which does seem to be an issue for us. Another issue is not enough of you guys are liking the video and pressing that subscribe button, so if you could all do that right now, I'd be very thankful. And I'm also thankful for the tactical tweaks working. A brace from Douglas Luiz and a smart low finish from Igor Jesus helped us beat Chelsea 3-2 at the City ground to get back to winning ways. But this ended up being a false alarm, because in the very next game, despite having double the chances, Freiburg beat us 1-0 in the Europa League. We then had more disappointment when we played against Bournemouth, as we got dominated. The Cherries took 15 shots to our 7, and they eventually came away as 2-0 winners on the day. But the icing on the cake was a 2-2 draw with Championship side Ipswich in the League Cup that we then went on to lose on penalties. So after that calamitous run, we've dropped to 12th in the Premier League table and 19th in the Europa League table. I can feel Marinakis breathing down my neck right now, and I feel like at any moment I could be getting the sack. Things have gone from bad to worse real quick. So we now need to make sure we win our next game. It's hugely important we beat Manchester United. We've had a terrible start to the season. They're 18th. They're still in the relegation zone. But we could be joining them there soon if things don't turn around quickly. We need to have an uptick in form. Otherwise, we might be done for. I've not got a huge amount of confidence in us so far, especially as 20 minutes in. It looks like United are the stronger of the two sides with more shots, more possession, more XG. We are struggling at the moment, and I'm not entirely sure why. Dan and Doy looks to bring the ball forwards. If we can score a goal here against the run of play, this would be an ideal, I say, start to the game. We're 33 minutes in. We've really settled into this game. We have prevented United from capitalising on their opportunities. We now need to put a ball straight in towards Callum Hudson-Odoi. I mean, to Mohamed Ali Cho. It's Callum Hudson-Odoi with the assist. I don't care who scores it. We've done it. We finally have taken a lead in a game, and hopefully now we can keep that lead. Oh, it's so good that he picked him out there. I mean, it was unlucky for the defender not to get the block in there, actually, but Mohamed Ali Cho was so open. Dan and Doy then looking to try and double our lead here as he plays the ball inside. This time, Mohamed Ali Cho plays a great ball through to Ola Aina, who, come on, has got to put in an inch-perfect cross here. And we're kind of working the ball around the edge of the area, although it has opened up beautifully. And Hudson-Odoi hits the crossbar. Oh, so unfortunate. So at the break, we are 1-0 up, and actually we did come back into that game quite nicely in the second half of the first half. We need to keep this kind of momentum going now. Right, this is a free kick in the most perfect area. Williams has to score it. He somehow does as well. I think it bounces through the wall and then bounces over the keeper. Let's watch the replay on this. So it's a low free kick that does seem to ricochet through the wall and sort of takes the ball bouncing over the keeper. And all of a sudden at 2-0 up, I feel like I can kind of relax a little bit and enjoy the game a little more, knowing that 3 points is looking like it's on its way back with us. If we can get a third goal though, wow. That would really be game over with 57 minutes on the clock. And Doy has been really good so far for us this season. Finds Milenkovic, who all of a sudden puts a great ball through to Mohamed Ali Cho, but he just can't bury it. Yates finds the inside forward Mohamed Ali Cho now, who's got so much room to run into. No United defenders are trying to stop him. He's through, he shoots, he crosses rather, and Igor Jesus is there. You know what, after the last few weeks that we've had of just being really not very good, this is so nice to just see us play good football, score goals, and maybe get a fourth right here. Williams with the throw finds McAtee, who's brought down in the area. Is this going to be a penalty? It might have just been outside the area, but the contact may have been initiated inside the penalty area. The referee said it was outside the area, though. That's so frustrating. Sangare now with a chance to build through the middle of the pitch. Uses Ryan Yates to his left. Yates goes out wide to Ola Aina. He's got Zinchenko in front of him, but finds McAtee in a more central area, who manages to hold on to possession, drive into the area. We've had enough chances here for us to maybe win this by 4 or 5-0. All 3 points are guaranteed for us, but I'd like to score another goal for the goal difference, and McAtee now has got so much time and space to find Igor Jesus. Who does it? You love to see it. 4-0. What a result. That has really lifted my spirits and taken the pressure off our backs a little bit here. And just like that, we're back up to 5th place in the table. Now, we're not going to trouble the top 3. You know, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs seem to have that locked down. But that 4th place spot is wide open. And somehow Amorim is still in the job at Manchester United. They are being just as patient with him as they are in real life. But the Premier League is just one aspect of the season. Remember, I told the fans we were going to win the Europa League this season, and that's not going too well just yet. So we need to beat Sigma Olomouc, who are the Czech side in the competition this season. They've currently had a pretty poor start to life, drawing with Servette, losing to Nice, and losing to Club Brugge. We have to win this game. Right, we need to look to exploit the Czech side here. They apparently have quite a weak defence, as we've seen so far with some of their losses so far in the Europa League, so we need to unlock that. But instead, it might be the Czechs coming forwards. That was too close for comfort. Elliot Anderson finds Murillo behind him, a little 1-2 between the two of them, and they get it out wide to Zinchenko, who's got a lot of bodies in front of him, and he can't get past the first of them. Again, we have been challenged by Sigma, and they're through the middle. Complete one-on-one with the keeper here. and they've hit the post. We're getting so lucky. Maybe against the weaker teams, we need to be playing our sort of midfield players higher up the pitch in possession. That's what worked well in the early stage of the season. We beat like West Ham 4-1. We are struggling right now, and maybe it's because we're a little bit too deep. Because that's the only way I can think that we've gone from beating Manchester United 4-0 to being the team worse off here against Sigma. And I'm very concerned that they're going to convert one of these chances. They keep having key highlights. They keep getting forwards. They have given the ball away there, right? Mohamed Ali Cho has got the skills. He's got the flair. He has got the pace to get past defenders. He uses Gibbs White to his left. Gibbs White shoots. But the keeper makes a nice save. This is concerning. Though at the break, it's still 0-0. I mean, at this point, we have to start looking at the bench. We have to think, who can we bring on here that's going to make a difference in this game? We know Igor Jesus comes off the bench and does bits for us, so he's going to come on. McAtee's always done well in the attacking midfield role as well. I want to see Amari Hutchinson on the left-hand side. And I think Ola Aina coming in at left wing-back here might be the key. And here we go. Savona finds Dan Ndoye, the last remaining attacker who started this game, on the pitch. Uses Savona, who gets past his man. Savona's got bodies in the middle waiting. He finds Elliot Anderson, who puts it over the crossbar. We are coming into our own now, since we have those changes. Way more possession, a lot more shots, a few more on target as well. We have to break the deadlock. We've got 3 minutes here at the end of the game. That's all we've got. We need to make this count now as McAtee finds Igor Jesus, and he's done it in the dying moments of the game. But it is going to be investigated for offside. Don't do this to me. Yes! How close was this then? So McAtee gets the ball here, puts it across. Oh, he's well onside. So onside. 93rd minute winner. It wasn't pretty, but we've done it. But 14th is not where we need to be at the halfway stage of the Europa League phase. If we want to be serious about winning this competition, we need to get ourselves in the top 8 and we need to make sure we bypass the knockout playoff round. But Red Star Belgrade, Club Brugge, Utrecht and Wolfsberger are not going to be easy to beat. We're going to have to be at our very best if we want to progress in the Europa League. That's if we survive that long. I think I'm still on thin ice here, and if we go on another losing streak, then that might be the end of my tenure at Nottingham Forest. One wrong move and I reckon I'm going to get sacked. Things are going a little better at Middlesbrough though. I'm currently live streaming with them here on YouTube and on Twitch, and I've got the stream highlights going up on the second channel, so you can easily catch up with all the most important information from that playthrough. So click the thumbnail on screen right now to head over there and get all caught up.